Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back for another video. I have a good portion of my silver out here because I wanted to show you guys why I've adjusted my stack, some of the reasons behind it. I know I've told you guys I've been wanting to focus on more bullion, junk silver. I want to start getting some bars, and I never really talked about the reasons behind. I kind of just said, yeah, I need to start focusing on some lower premium silver closer to spot, and I never really told you guys any explanation to what made me make this choice, and I feel like it can really benefit you guys if I told you the mind state and the motives and the reasons behind it, because I mean there's always a lesson to be learned with every situation, and I feel like I was starting to drift away to the reason I started stacking silver, and maybe this video can help someone else out that might be doing the same thing, or it can allow them to not make the same mistake. I don't really call it a mistake because as long as you're buying silver, there's no such thing as a mistake. Any piece can become valuable in the future, and there really is no wrong way to stack. It's all perception. If you ever know the true value of silver, you know that buying the silver, no matter how much you got it for, if it's even in a $30 to $40 range, that still is insanely cheap compared to the true value of silver. People complain about they paid too much because they paid $21 for an ounce. It's like, if you really think about how valuable an ounce of silver is, even $70 an ounce is a good price because it's worth a lot more than that. But people get distracted and they get so caught up in these numbers and trying to save literally pennies to the dollar, and they will it's just insane. I feel like people are forget why they started stacking, and they need to get back to the roots. Well, for me at least, because you know, that mind state of trying to save and get the best deals, and I saved 3 cents this year compared to last year, so that it's like, dude, like, come on, man, it's silver, just stack it, let's keep it pushing. You can keep your 3 cents from last year, I don't really care. But anyways, let's get back to the purpose of the video. So I need to get back to my roots. So, okay, there's 2 separate piles here. Hopefully you guys can very quickly notice the 2 types of silver that are in front of you. So you have your bullion, your very liquid, just silver for the weight, no numismatic value over here. This is your silver you buy for as low as possible just because you want the ounces of silver. Now I did a video, I will link it right up here, called Bullion versus Numismatics. I'm not going to talk about the differences between the two because I already did that video, and you guys just saw the link in the upper right hand corner of the screen. But this is bullion. Go watch the video to know what to do with this stuff. This is all numismatic value stuff. These coins have more of a value than just the silver weight. They have premiums. Some of them are reverse proof privies. They are collector coins. There's reasons why these coins are more expensive. Is there's a numismatic value, which means collectors are willing to pay more over spot. A lot of reasons, like these pandas, is the design changes every year, so people collect each year because it's interesting. And there's other, like the privy marks, which makes the coin a little lower mintage and more of a collector series. And then you have like the dragon and phoenix, which these are very sought after coin, especially I was lucky enough to have one of the error coins. But just coins like this. And then you have graded coins, which are like a PF70 Ultra Cameo. This coin is the lowest I can find it right now, is going for $180. Think of how many ounces of silver you can buy, but people are willing to pay that. MS70 coins. So there's 2 different piles right here, and I loved Don't get me wrong, I love my pandas. I love buying graded coins. I think it feels so cool to have a coin that's literally in perfect condition. Someone claimed this coin as being in perfect condition, not a single thing wrong with it. And there's a lot of potential for these coins. This coin has already gone up $80 in value since I bought it. And it can fetch you a lot of money. But I also need to have a lot of my stack liquid. Liquid means easy to sell, fast. I don't have to wait. I don't have to take any risks. This is basically money in my pocket right now. If I wanted to wake up in the morning and get a quick $400 or $500, I could easily go take this into any store. 20 ounces of silver right here. That's 20 ounces right here. Actually, that's a little more. I could take all these right here. Bam. $400 or $500 right there. Easy. Nothing. Within 15 minutes, I can walk into the store and get my $400 or $500 like that. But with this stuff, to get that $400 or $500, I'm gonna have to put it on eBay or haggle with the dealer and try to find the right buyer who's willing to pay the price I want, because some of these coins are so widely spread that it's gonna take a lot of time. And especially like if you're in a shit hits the fan situation, you don't have a lot of time. I'm not gonna have time to put my stuff on eBay and wait. And this is more of my security if I'm gonna retire later on in life and I want to slowly sell off my stack little by little to just make some money, every couple weeks. But if there's a shit hits the fan situation or an emergency, or my car breaks down and I need money right away, this silver is not good, because chances are I'm gonna have to sell this at a loss because I'm too impatient and I don't have time to wait to find a good price. I'm gonna have to just sell it because I need the money. So that's very dangerous, and that's why I always say, even people like me and Numistacker were talking, he is really into graded coins, specifically graded pandas. Some of his coins are worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. Very, very intelligent person, and he's really into graded coins. But me and him were talking, he even told me, even though this is me, this is where I stack, this is my passion, he still had to build a foundation into bullion because of the safety reasons of if he needed to liquidate and if he needed to sell. He needed to diversify to have a foundation. The ounces, your weight is your bulk. That's your foundation of the stack, and it's really dangerous to only have your stack into numismatic value. So my point on this video is, lately I've been really going overboard with the pandas, the kooks, the maples. I'm buying stuff like this, some collector coins. I mean, this coin is beautiful, but I really have to get back to the ounces. Like with some of these coins I've paid, paid like $50 for this. That's 2 ounces of silver I could have had instead of 1 ounce. Like, yes, this coin has potential to do very good, but if it comes down to silver at the end of the day and silver is sold as silver, then that's an extra ounce I just lost. Do I agree with that's going to happen? I don't know. I don't stack that way, obviously, but I still need to have a portion of my stack liquid just in case. I want my stack to be a win-win situation at all times. I want my stack to be able to cover whatever happens in the future, no matter it's a economic collapse, shit hits the fan, or if nothing happens and the world keeps going great and I just sell my stack off as an old man to retire. No matter what happens, I want my stack to be profitable and to be beneficial and to be able to cover whatever happens in the economy. And that is why I need to get back to my foundation. The reason I started stacking was for weight. I didn't care. I didn't even know what numismatic value meant. But as I got into silver and as I started watching videos and learning, I loved, It's attractive. I love the designs. I love the reverse proof. I love the frosting on these reverse proof coins. You know, they look beautiful. It's shiny. I like it. I want it. I buy it. You know, so you just got to remember, stick to your roots. And another thing too I mentioned in my videos, here I'll bring out some of this, is that I wanted to start stacking gold. I just made a video on the gold to silver ratio talking about why I don't think gold is a good buy yet, but in 2017 I think this is the year I'm going to start dabbling into gold. If I was going to get into it, this is the year. I'm only going to buy a 10th and a 4th ounce gold pieces. Nothing bigger and nothing smaller. I feel like this is the perfect size, especially talking about fractional sizes. You know, if I have an ounce gold, if all I have are ounce gold coins and gold rises even more than it's already at, it's going to be extremely hard to find a buyer in the future. If gold is going for $10,000 an ounce or $5,000, it's going to be extremely hard to find a buyer who just has $5,000, $10,000 to just, you know, throw away real quick. So I think I'm going to stick to fractionals. So I have a broader, sorry about that. So I have a broader variety of potential buyers. That's how I do my silver as well. I made a video called Fractional Silver, actually talking about that, how constitutional silver and 1 ounce coins are the perfect size, because if silver does go up dramatically, you know, you're going to want to make sure that you have fractionals so you can still cover a broad variety of potential buyers. Because if all you have are 10, 20 kilo bars, then it's going to be really hard to find someone who has enough money to buy all that off of you, you know. So that's why most people like sticking to the 1 ounce coins and even some constitutional, because it keeps you safe. So I don't want to make this video too long. I hope I explained my point good enough to let you guys know some of my reasons behind why I'm going back more into just bullion and focus on the weight. You know, I'm still gonna buy coins that I like. I'm still going to, you know, some of my goals are fill this 20 slab NGC holder. So I'm still gonna be buying pandas, but just not as much. Like before, I was buying like lots of 5 pandas at a time, and you know, just going all out. And I think I'm gonna pick up a panda here or there, you know, whatever I like. You know, if I see a new coin that I like, I'm gonna pick it up, but the majority of my purchasing is going to be into this stuff. I'm really going to focus on junk silver lately. I think my goal is by the end of 2017 is $100 face, or it might have been $50 face, and complete another 2 or 3 tubes of Eagles, and start getting some bars, some 5 ounce bars as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more videos like this to come in the future. I am throwing a giveaway for some silver. If you guys want to check that out, it's my latest video. I'm giving away a 2015 Kookaburra, still in the original mint capsule, a 2016 BU American Eagle, and a $1.40 face of junk silver. I think there's a $50, 2 pre-1965 quarters, and 4 Mercury dimes. So if you guys want to enter my current giveaway, my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, go on that video and look at the requirements to see what you need to do to enter. You know, free silver is always a plus, so make sure you go check that out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.